What is up, and welcome to another edition of Worth a Watch with me, Anthony Flores. It has been quite some time since I've done a movie review, but this is definitely one to talk about. I did see this at a screening last week, and I'm here to talk about how awesome this movie is. And I know probably this doesn't come out very well on my camera. It's a good camera, it's a Canon PowerShot, but unfortunately I don't think it's as good as like the hardcore HD cameras, but I digress. What I'm talking about here is, of course, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I have to admit, like many people out there, I thought Captain America was nothing more than a punchline, along with Hawkeye. Captain America was cool. He's a very Boy Scout type character, much like Superman, always being honest and very awesome in his own way, and he was fine. He was an interesting character on his backgrounds that were shown in Captain America, the First Avenger, but I just didn't give a shit. I thought it was a fun film, much like the first Thor movie. Well, actually, the first one I hated the crap out of it. But the too many thuhs in this video. Wow. Thor: The Dark World was a return to form for just that fun, good time thing after Iron Man 3 was kind of like a hit or miss type movie. And regardless, we have the sequel to Captain America standalone film, and it is glorious. It is so much just Marvel goodness that is just shoved in this little bitty film, that there are so many Easter eggs, there are so many amazing action scenes, there are so many awesome reveals and secrets that we as Marvel fans, Captain America fans, or just people who love these movies type fans, are honestly not going to see coming unless you truly have read every single fucking comic book. But if you're a movie fan like myself, I'm in that category of just, I'm a fan of the films more than anything else, and I have to say I was blown away. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I had so much fun with it. In terms of, number one, as I said, Captain America was like a punchline in the Avengers. He was just that bland, meh character that nobody really gave a shit about, much like Hawkeye. And in this case, they flipped that completely the fuck around. They made him a very interesting character, a very intricate character, dealing with the world that is around him still. They show him through the beginning of this film, you see that, just trying to fulfill his honest duties and a mission that is given between him and Black Widow, and by Nick Fury and this and that. You know, I won't spoil anything here, but from then on, there was a lot of questions on trust and understanding of what the secrets are and what they really truly will mean for S.H.I.E.L.D. and everything else that comes with it. And the Cap is really in a bind. He doesn't know what to follow in terms of his old-timey morals, is what I'm saying. He is truly an honest Boy Scout of a person, and he will not risk the lives of others just to withhold secrets, and he would rather be honest and just a hardcore soldier, man. I mean, there is so much that I didn't see coming that it just baffles me. I'm surprised I didn't see that coming with a lot of the twists and turns that come with this film. And again, for those of you who are comic book aficionados when it comes to Captain America, odds are you're going to be like, I saw that crap coming a mile away, but that doesn't mean you won't enjoy it. It is acted so well. Chris Evans, why the fuck are you wanting to quit acting, man? He actually showed a very genuine, emotionally filled side of Captain America, which is hard to do when it comes to superheroes in general. And like Robert Downey Jr. kind of did with Iron Man 3, he showed that side of Iron Man that we really didn't see, which was just a regular human being. That's what Chris Evans did here too. He did just a great job with this role, and he is Captain America. Same with Scarlett Johansson. We get to hear a little bit more about her past teased throughout the film, and we learn some secrets about her as well as Nick Fury. And officially, Scarlett Johansson and Sam Jackson, they're the only ones as of right now that can play these roles, period. That is until, I guess, Marvel decides to reboot everything in like 10 years. But anyways, some newcomers: Robert Redford, class act, great soon-to-be villain, I guess. Just all-around good villain. He's very much like Jeff Bridges and Iron Man. Just a very business, evil type guy, and there's also some nice twists and turns with his character. And Anthony Mackie is Falcon. badass suit, which is a lot better than the red spandex that I remember as a kid in the 90s with the action figures. And he actually had shit to do. No offense to Don Cheadle and Terrence Howard in the Iron Man films, but their turn as a sidekick versus Anthony Mackie in this one movie, he put him to shame. There was nothing for the character of Rhodey to do in the Iron Man films other than wear the suit, fire off a few things with Iron Man, and that was it. But in this case, if you really took out Anthony Mackie's character from the movie, that means a lot of shit wouldn't be able to happen without his character. So I think that's another big accomplishment, that in terms of a sidekick character that was brought in here, I think it was really well done with his character, where it could have easily been another Rhodey situation where it was just, he's there, people like him, and that's about it. Yeah. I really can't say much else other than this is an awesome blockbuster action flick. Action fans will be amazed with this film. Well, not so much amazed, but really have a good time with this. They will be very pleased. If you're a Marvel fan, Captain America fan, or any of the just a fan of any of the actors, you will have to enjoy this movie. I don't know how you couldn't. It's just a fun superhero flick. It's very refreshing. It actually had genuine, real moments, conversations. That is due to the directors. Of all things, Anthony and Joe Russo are the directors from Community. So that says something. They had the comedic timing down and the proper direction of film. Very good action scenes. Very good, grounded in reality action scenes, with the exception of some of the CGI that happens with the Winter Soldier character. For those, I didn't know who the hell that was. So for me, that was a fucking insane moment. And I was just like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Didn't see that coming, but many people already knew who the Winter Soldier was because of the comics. So that reveal, granted, may not be so awesome for you, but trust me, there is a lot of stuff that'll be coming your way in the rest of the movie and leading up to Avengers 2. So, yeah, I gotta say, one of the best films of the year. Just a genuine good superhero flick, which is hard to come by right now since there's so many that are just doing the same old song and dance, and they just become very flat and very meh, to say the least. Marvel did it again. They have another hit on their hands, and I cannot wait to see this movie again. As well, side note, 2 end credit scenes, so don't leave after the mid credits one, although that mid credit one was pretty fucking awesome. So my final rating on this little superhero film, a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason why I give it that and not a perfect score is because sadly, I cannot recall the main problem I had with this movie that it kind of bothered me. I know that sounds like a very stupid thing to say, but overall, it is just a very fun, awesome superhero film, and it just shouldn't be missed, especially if you're a fan of these movies to begin with. So that should do it for my review of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment below, and what are your thoughts on this particular Marvel film, and what are your thoughts about everything that's going to come into fruition for Avengers 2. So I'm Anthony Flores with Worth a Watch, and keep going to the movies.